That was really hard. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Colleen. I'm an anti-diet registered dietitian who practices and teaches intuitive eating. So if you saw my video a couple weeks ago, or if you follow me on Instagram at no.food.rules, then you know that I've had a little bit of a stress fracture on my shin and that I couldn't work out for about 6 weeks. Well, thankfully I am healed, and today I really wanted to talk about how I transitioned back into working out. Okay, so from not working out, how did I get back into it? Because it honestly wasn't smooth sailing. I had zero motivation. I mean, I genuinely did not feel like doing it. There was just no drive. I felt like I didn't have time because I had filled that previous time that I was using to work out with doing work for my business, and it felt hard. Like, it also physically felt hard. Like, I couldn't do a lot of the things that I used to when working out. It sucked because I know I do love working out. It's fun for me, plus my mental health benefits as well as, I mean, honestly, physical and health benefits too. So in today's video, I'm going to show you, really walk you through how I regained my workout motivation without feeling like I was forcing myself or hating every second, and how you can too. Obviously, this is my own experience and is not meant to be taken as individual or medical advice specific to you. Please be sure to reach out to your medical provider to chat about what the best option is for you. So if you are excited about this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let's dive in. I did a lot of this vlog style, so it's in real time. All right, guys, so I am working out for like one of the first times since I have been out of commission for it's been like 6 weeks now. It's freaking tough. And I have started and stopped working out like videos multiple times. That is okay, and honestly, to be expected. So I feel like right now I'm reminding myself, I'm not forcing myself to do anything. Like I said, I'm taking a break right now. If I want to go back to it, I can, but I'm thinking about the reasons too, like why am I doing this and like what am I feeling in my body right now? I don't know. It's interesting. All right, guys, let's talk as I do some stretching. I went back, okay, back up. I started the workout and then I didn't feel like it, like you saw. And then I did some work and I was like, oh, I'm kind of feeling it maybe. So I picked up where I left off. And as it went on, I found that like I physically could not do it. Like, it was really tough. One thing I asked myself, I was like, okay, is this me physically not being able to do it? Or is this me just like being combative and not wanting to? There isn't a right or wrong answer. And I found that no, I physically, like, I have side aches, like this is painful, I don't like it. So I let myself stop, it's fine. And that makes sense because, I mean, when you think about it, working out is literally, you're practicing something. It makes sense that if you've taken time off, you're probably not going to be as good as it, and that doesn't reflect you. That literally just reflects, something that happened. So that was one thing I noticed. And then another thing that I think is important to know is that, excuse me while I stretch here, is our not wanting to do it. So again, I kind of said like I physically didn't feel good doing it. Is that, I think how do I explain this? There's a difference between feeling like, oh my gosh, this is hard, like these squats are hard on my legs, and like being in pain. So sometimes it's like, wow, my legs are getting strong, they're gaining strength, that's amazing. That feeling is different from the feeling of like, oh my gosh, like something, my body is like not wanting to do this. Does that make sense? So I think that that's one important thing, that if you're in kind of the same boat that I am, trying to kind of like get back into working out, to kind of think about, right? So I don't know, that's how today went. We'll see how the rest of the time goes. Okay guys, so I'm gonna talk to you while I put my shoes on. I noticed yesterday I didn't work out, totally fine, but it was because I was like, I just don't have the time. And I think that's one thing that I've really kind of realized as I haven't worked out for the past, 6 weeks, is that how much time it takes. Like, I knew it was a time commitment, but I mean, you don't drive to the gym. You don't take that hour or whatever it is to work out, I filled that with other things. And now I'm kind of like, yesterday especially, I was like, I just don't have the time to carve that out. But I noticed, like, when I got to the end yesterday, I just did not have a break. Like, I worked from, I kid you not, 6 a.m. until I shut my computer down at 9:15 at night. And yes, I like took some breaks in there, but I mean, it was go, go, go. Today, my to-do list is really long too, but I'm going to just kind of see, okay, how was my mental state? Because it was not great at the end of the day yesterday, as you could probably imagine. So, what does it look like? Yes, I have a really big to-do list, but will I be able to tackle that more clearly and just be more creative? To be honest, it's a huge part of my job if I am in a better mental space. So that is part of my motivation for doing this today. So we'll see what I get done in the workout. I'm going to do a Les Mills, Les Mills, not really sure how you say it. Body Attack, love all their workouts. I have their on-demand subscription since the gyms are closed here. Well, they're open, but the hours suck, so I'm not going. Yeah, but that was just definitely one thing. So everyone who says I don't have time to work out, I get you. I feel you. I feel that. All right, guys, so I did my workout and I started to get some side aches, side stitches, whatever you call them, like halfway through. So I kind of just started bouncing around and doing my own thing. So, sometimes we have like physical blocks, like a side stitch or something, where it makes it actually hard to work out, and sometimes it's a mental thing. Today, it was more of a physical thing. So, like I said, they told, certain jumping things didn't really feel super great for it. So I just did other things, and that's totally fine. No one says you have to do what's on the workout video. Even if you're in a workout class, just do what feels good, to be honest. So that's what I did. But in my mind too, this makes total sense, you guys. This workout I've done before. It used to be quote unquote easy for me, whatever, but I haven't practiced it. Working out is practice in 6 weeks. So it makes sense for it to be physically more hard. So not beating myself up about it, just kind of scaled it back, and I still feel good that I got movement and I did what felt good for my body, and that's really what matters. I feel so good. I went for my first run in, I kid you not, like 2 months now. So here's the thing. I got up and I was like, a run sounds really good. Like, I think I would want to do that. And then I started to be like, well, do I really have time? Like, is this something that I really want to do? So I asked myself, what is making me not want to do this? Is it because it's just genuinely something I don't feel like doing? Or am I having a little guilt? Like, I feel like I should be productive in other ways. And that's a really important thing to ask yourself. I identified and I asked myself, and I realized, no, this is something that I want to do. So I did ask my husband, I was like, you want to go for a run with me? And he said yes. So that kind of gave me a little bit of extra motivation. And oh my gosh, you guys, it felt so good. It was definitely tough, but I asked myself, was it tough because my body is physically hurting? Or is it kind of like, wow, this is tough on my legs, but they're strong, they're gaining endurance? And that's what it was. So I honestly feel like as I'm returning back to working out, like, I'm gaining so much clarity on the things that people talk about, things that you hear people say, and you're like, yeah, but like, I'm doing it because I should. I involuntarily took a step back from working out, but I've also previously intentionally taken a step back from working out, and both times I've gained this clarity. So guys, I'm not going to say I don't recommend taking a step back from working out. Okay guys, so I just got home from my first group fitness class. Okay, so today's the 10th that I'm filming this. We started our membership on the 1st. No, today's the 11th. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I can feel the soreness like seeping in. So I did body pump, which is like a strength training class. It was like a 45-minute class. Felt so good to be with people again, but oh my gosh, I'm gonna be sore. So as of today, it is mid-November when I'm filming this, and I'm feeling pretty good, but as you can see, like I said, it was not smooth sailing getting here. So to summarize a few of those key takeaways that I learned from this and that you can start implementing if you are struggling with workout motivation too are these. So firstly, it's really important to know your why for doing it. So for me, it was to feel like things were becoming physically harder, like my stamina was gone. I remember before I did my first workout, so this was like after 6 weeks of not working out, it was a Sunday and we were doing yard work and I was really out of breath. Like it was physically taxing on me. And I was like, this is really hard. And I didn't want to feel so taxed when I was just doing chores around the house. So that was a motivator for me. I also knew that I was working myself to the bone. I wasn't taking breaks. Those previous times where I was working out, I filled with work and I wasn't just having that chance to clear my head. So on those mornings that I got some movement in, I felt like I was so much more able to focus on things, especially when I go to the gym first thing in the morning. Yes, I am a part of that 5 a.m. club, but I mean, wow, my days were just so great. And that is really how you try to find that true motivation to motivate yourself. It's really finding the right reasons. Chris Harrison, let's talk about The Bachelorette. You find the right reasons for working out. You have to know your why. So the second piece that you can implement is know that it's okay for things to feel hard, but that you shouldn't feel pain. I noticed that I physically could not do a lot of the things, especially at the beginning when I had started working out again. I had some bad side aches and my stamina was just gone, and that's okay. That is nothing that I was doing wrong. My body just needed a chance to get back into doing those things. Don't push yourself too hard and be sure to listen to those pains. There's a difference between feeling discomfort and pain. For example, discomfort would be something like, wow, these squats are hard on my thighs, they're on fire, but I feel that strength accumulating. Whereas pain is more like, holy goodness, this hurts so bad. Take a deep look at what you're feeling. Like I said, it is totally normal to not be able to do the things that you used to. You can't expect yourself to jump right back in like you were, because exercise is practice. And if you don't practice, well, things are gonna be harder. And that's not bad, it just is. The third thing you can implement is find out what you enjoy, because you should enjoy moving. Now, I don't always mean you're going to spring out of bed and go to the gym right when you wake up, but know when you're forcing yourself to do something that you hate doing. Even before I got injured and I had to stop working out, I had stopped running because I just noticed it didn't bring me as much joy, but lifting weights I found was really fun. So I switched to that. But it's funny because then it switched. I found that the past couple weeks, I have not wanted to lift weights, and running has just seemed so refreshing to me. So I honor that. Don't should yourself. If you're not sure what is fun to you, something that I recommend to the girlfriends in the society is to make a list of things that have been fun in the past, or a list of things that you've been wanting to try, or things that you think you might enjoy. See it as an experiment and get creative. Just see what happens. Okay, so the fourth thing that I learned is you have to make time. I will be honest with you, before my little 6-week stint where I couldn't work out, I didn't get why people said that they don't have time. I will be honest with you. I was kind of just like, well, just make time. Well, I'm here to tell you that I get it now. The previous hour or so that I was working out, I filled with work. And then it was almost like unimaginable for me to give that hour back up. Like, how was I gonna do it? But I think that it's kind of like putting your own oxygen mask on before helping others. I had to make time for myself, my own mental and physical health, so that I could show up even better for my family, for my business. And I also noticed that when I did work out, especially, yes, those 5 a.m. days, I was way more efficient when I did get to work. So I really don't think that, honestly, I got anything less done, but it's just something that I do think that you have to make time for and be realistic about it. So I've been thinking, we're not having kids anytime soon. We're not planning on that, but I've been kind of thinking, well, if I had kids, my current workout routine wouldn't be feasible. So it's okay to just adjust to what works for you. If you have to do just 10 minutes of spurts. Side note, I really want to get one of those, what are they called? Rebounder trampolines where you just jump. Because I just think that sometimes if I could just get up and just move my body throughout the day, something fun like that would really perk me up. So if you have one of those, let me know in the comments. I really want one. But just get creative with what working out is and do it to whatever works with your schedule. If it's 10 minutes, 2-minute spurts, 5-minute spurts, whatever you can do to honor that moving your body and getting those benefits of why you're doing it in the first place. All right, you guys, and there you have it. That is how I have regained my workout motivation. I went this morning and it was great. I really hope this video was helpful for you and gave you some new ways to look at exercise and to get yourself motivated without forcing yourself. I'd also like to just say that it is super, super important not to over-exercise. That's an entirely different topic in itself, but I used to be over-exercising. Like, I used to be a huge over-exerciser, and I think that really ties in with the why behind it that we talked about. Notice how when we had talked about that why, I didn't say anything about earning my food or controlling my weight. Yeah, that's because I personally don't believe that those are reasons to work out, and I don't believe that that is going to help you to develop into a sustainable, motivating exercise routine. Check out my video on the set point weight theory. I can link it up there. If you want more of my views on weight, it's a must see. If you are over exercising, honestly, my recommendation is to stop working out. So that allows you to find clarity and balance. I know this is so hard and scary, but my gosh, it is so worth it to find joyful movement again. And as always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe down there. Turn on the little bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And with that, I will see you guys later.